Hey guys, and welcome to episode 16 of our Road to Glory, and today I have a lot of different content for you guys. Essentially we're going to be finishing the Kunde objective. We finished that. We also finished the Youssef Attal SBC, that's the Road to the Europa League final, I think. And we essentially are also going to talk about market investments, because Black Friday is coming up in 2 weeks and the market's moving a bit, and it might be a good time, I think, to liquidify your club and potentially do a couple investments. So before I get onto that, I'm just going to give you guys a brief overview of what you guys are going to see in the background. So you guys are going to see squad battle rewards, a bunch of basically the objective rewards in the packs, SBC packs, a couple marquee matchups. You're also going to see, at the end, you're going to see division rivals rewards. We got rank 3 because we didn't, like I said, we didn't play that much because of servers. It was just super painful to play. And we got silver 1, or whatever the highest silver, is it silver 3 or silver 1? I keep forgetting, I always get them mixed up. But we got that one just to assure us the 2,000 points. And just to cap off this introduction, I don't think I'm going to be playing the next weekend league. And I'm going to give you guys a reason why. And this is going to swing essentially into the investment part of this video. So for me, Black Friday is the 23rd, around that. You're going to see a week before that panic selling, because everybody's going to want to, sell their teams before everything crashes and, buy back when everything's low. However, I think this year, you're likely to see that even earlier, and this weekend might be just that time. I think this weekend you're going to see a lot of panic selling because the market, compared to past FIFAs, has already been significantly lower. Yes, this has obviously its positives because people can, afford better teams, but what this means is that the crash is going to come earlier and it's going to be worse if you keep holding onto your cards. So this is what I did. I liquidified every single investment I have in terms of players I use, but I kept a couple cards. The only cards I kept were, or I believe that you guys should keep, are cards that are auto packs, so possibly early informs, so informs that are really usable. So for me, an example would be Alan St. Maximin. Once to watches, I think those will probably maintain their prices. Yes, they'll probably shoot down a little bit, but I think with international friendlies and games still consistently being played throughout this whole entire time, you still will see good value in them. So at least the higher ranged ones, not necessarily the lower range ones, but let's say Thomas Partey, I'll definitely keep. Nelson Semedo, who was already around 140k when I bought him at 95 or something, I'll definitely keep because he's really usable. And that being said, practically everything else, Son, Pogba I can't sell because he's untradeable, Varane, Mendy, Alisson, Joe Gomez, I will probably sell. And by the end of this video, I actually do end up selling, and I'm going to give you guys an explanation why. First of all, this is essentially content from 1 week, a whole entire week. So a lot of selling happens throughout the whole video. But my St. Maximin is the first card I sold. Yes, you guys are going to say, why did you sell? Didn't you just say this card is probably going to shoot up this weekend because it's, it's out of pack and it's really meta before Black Friday and it's most likely not going to drop that much. That's very true. At the point where I sold him, I bought him at around 325 and I sold him for 364. So that's about after tax, 13-14k profit. Now, at the time of recording, he's about 275, 280, so he's already even higher. Yes, that's true, I could have waited a couple days, more days, and I would have gotten 10-15k more. But I did not do that. I sold him, bagged to 360k, so about 340 I believe, and invested. And here I'm going to give you guys a small guide on what to invest. So what you have coming up this week, essentially tomorrow, once this video is out, or possibly the same day, you're going to see Player of the Month from Ligue 1, and Player of the Month's coming up soon. And you're also going to have Icon SBCs coming up really soon, and usually around the Black Friday period. So what this means is SBC fodder is literally perfect to invest in. And you guys are going to see, I might show a couple clips, I believe, later on in this video, but we invested in, I think, 66 Sirigus, which I bought at 2k. His price fluctuates throughout past SBCs. I was just checking from around 2.8 to 3.2. I bought him for 2k. If you make one card, 1,000 coins per card. That's 66k that you can bag. Low risk because he's 84 rated. 2k is literally minimum bin for 84 rated. So honestly, super low risk and high reward. Secondly, I invested in around 50 Eden Dzekos. You're probably gonna say why? Why is 83 rated? Nobody's gonna want to play him. Yes, but he's 83 rated. He's 850 coins. That's nearly discard price. Even if I sell everything, I probably lose around 5k if I discard everything. So it's a super safe investment. And 83 rated cards will literally double or even triple when SBCs come out. And that's just been consistent throughout the year, which is a tactic I would have recommended earlier on, but I didn't catch on to it. Definitely really viable tactic for quick flipping of coins. So I'm holding on to them for about 3 to 4 days now, but I don't mind, I have no pressure, because I believe there's going to be big SBCs coming up for this Friday and the weekend, especially coming up towards Black Friday. You're definitely going to see a big either Road to the Final 2 player, Team 2 player, or UCL, not UCL, but UEFA Europa League, another SBC, or like a player of the month that's going to be insane. And with Pogba, or even like, who's the other option, Ben Yedder, or I guess Bamba, it's going to be like a card that I believe a lot of players will want, because League 1 this year is quite viable, especially with the French players that are really insane this year. Like the defense in France is insane, the midfielders are pretty good, and like up front, obviously you have Mbappe and Neymar. Very viable option to go with this year. That being said, how do you prepare for such big SBCs? This is the next part of my investment tips. So yes, the 350k from St. Maximin went into essentially funding Sirigus and Dzeko's. I also sold Varane, Mendy, Joe Gomez, Alisson. And that helped me about 500,000 coins, I believe, 550,000 coins. Nearing 600, I invested all of that, all of my money. People are gonna say liquidify. I'm 100% for that. That's a super safe option. It's really smart to do it this early. But instead, I went into inform investments. So what I bought are a bunch of 84 rated informs, and specifically just 2, Chilwell and Florenzi. Team of the week, 84 rated at 15k. I bought them on average around 16 to 15. Yes, slightly higher than I would have preferred, but at that time it's like the same price, and he's always been fluctuating around this area. So even if I sell afterwards, he will be at this level. So once again, a very low risk, because I bought about 17 Chilwells in forms and 17 or 16 Florenzis. If I lose out, I did the maths, if let's say they sell around the same price, I lose around 10k each on both investments, so maybe 20 in overall, and I don't care, that's fine. I'm literally making 80k on Partey currently and 40k on Semedo and all that, like I don't care. And I have Sirigu and Dzeko that will obviously outweigh that. So it's a super safe investment. I literally went crazy on like bids only, not buy nows, bid. Because his buy now is around 17k and I picked him up at 16. So just buy now, just put a bid on a bunch of them if you have a lot of coins, and you do it until you're out of coins. This might take about 30 minutes because some of them are obviously going to be outbidded, but that's fine, no rush, you're not in a rush. And do this maybe during times, let's say at night, like late night or like midday, when not many people necessarily like, in peak hours of FIFA, like investing and trading. And that being said, why Florenzi and Chilwell? I mean, left backs, right backs, always really good for SBCs because those are usually really expensive. They go up in a lot of value. I wouldn't recommend goalkeeper, but Sirigu I only did it because he was really low. 2k was literally the lowest 84 card in the game, and literally I've seen him in all other SBCs previously. And then so what I did was Chilwell, I picked him up, obviously English from Prem, super easy to link. A lot of like high rated Prem players, since that's obviously the league that FIFA loves and will always basically give higher, I believe they give higher rated cards within teams in like the Premier League, so it's going to be easier to find like cheap SBC cards. Secondly, Florenzi, French league, very linkable with potential players you want to use to build a team. He's quite a decent card if you slap a shadow on him or like an anchor on him. He's very usable, he's quite viable. And secondly, on top of that, obviously, if they come up with a requirement for the French league, let's say a French inform, that price is going to rocket. So honestly, for me, it's literally a no-brainer. I'm risking, I believe, in total counting like Dzeko, Sirigu, Chilwell, and Florenzi. I'm risking about 50k loss if everything goes bad. 50k loss. And on the other hand, I'm literally profiting potentially 150k to 200. Honestly, this is a no-brainer for me, and I'm like definitely in for that, because 50k for me, if I liquidify my whole entire club, that's not that bad. Because I think right now club value we're about at 1.8 or like 1.6 or something like that, 1.6 million coins. That being said, with the money I have from selling the rest of my players, like the Joe Gomez, obviously, Varane, Son, I sold, Lucas, I sold literally everything else apart from the ones to watches. I had about 800,000 coins, I think, or 750,000 coins. And I went on to buy two specific players. I'm not going to show you essentially my new team I'm trying to build, but I'll give you these 2 players out of the 4 I'm trying to invest in. So we're going to try and build a team around a lot of the players we've unlocked. So the Malay, the Mukiele, the Kunde. Who else did we unlock? Lacazette for now. We'll probably build our teams around that. And I want to keep Partey definitely within the team. So the player that we first bought was Road to the Final. You're probably going to be like, road to the final, didn't you just say not to buy cards that are quite expensive because it's probably going to drop? Yes, I did say that. That's very true. It might drop during Black Friday, but I don't mind. Road to the final Team 1 is going out of packs in about, I think, 18 hours. 18, 17 hours, something like that. What does that mean? There's going to be no more supply of that specific card on the market. Yes, there could be a Road to the Final 2 team player that, you know, will mess up the chemistry or like mess up because it's the same position as the one I invested in. But it doesn't matter. Like, I'm confident in the investment I make, and he's a very usable card, I believe. I got Road to the Final Griezmann, a player that I personally love in real life and also really usable in FIFA. His 88 card looks really insane. Slap a hunter on him, and he has literally 90 pace and like finesse shots and all that. He's going to be playing a cam essentially for us, or striker alongside Lacazette for now. However, this depends on whether or not we manage to pick up our other investments, which I will bring out in the next video, because we need to make some coins before that. Hopefully by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're able to sell off our All-Sirius and Jekos from like potentially good SBCs. Then we'll, you know, talk about the next 2 players I'll invest. The other player I'll tell you guys about today is road to the final again, Oblak. Yes, it's literally a no-brainer. Oblak's always been absolutely insane in this game, and he's already 92 rated with this card. 1 or 2 upgrades, Atletico Madrid, however far they go, he will be usable until the end of the year. And with Koundé as a center back, who hopefully does well, I was hoping Sevilla was potentially closer to 3rd place than they are, but currently they're killing the group with 7 points, and the other 3 and 4 are like Krasnodar and Rennes are both at 1 point, so like they're most definitely going to be safe. So it's kind of annoying because I don't believe that they'll necessarily go as far in the Champions League compared to if they were in the Europa League. But I think he'll still be a quite usable card for a short run. And if it doesn't work out, then we might just pick up Varane, and I'm sure down the road there'll be like a better long lay or something. But so that's the goal. Like, that partnership is really useful to us. And then he's French, which links to Mukiele on the right, and then Mole up front. So essentially, you might see a couple clips here and there of a team, like a basic outline, but trust me, the team's gonna change. But yeah, that being said, those are the 2 investments I make. About 130k for 136, I believe, K for a fresh Oblak. I don't mind like fresh stats on a goalkeeper; it's always nice. And a fresh Griezmann for, let me see, 560k. I paid, I think, 3 or 4k more for a fresh card, but there was nothing much in the market, so I was not, you know, complaining because he's out of pack soon. And I think this guy, Barcelona, is getting through to the next group most likely. Definitely going to get up to an 89, and then Barcelona is not likely to go out the round of 16. So 90 card essentially is pretty much assured. 1991 if you count both legs of the game. So honestly, really happy with the investment. I think his price is going to soar. Should I give you guys a hint on the next 2 players that I'm looking to invest? All right, I'll give you the potential. I'll give you a small idea. I'm looking to invest in another sort of upgrade type of card, and it's going to be 2 players, a striker and a CDM. You guys can probably figure out who it is based off the teams and the players I have. But hopefully, if all the investments go well and we sell off potentially Bale either before the Wales game, Wales-Ireland, or before Spurs-Manchester City, I think he's going to be really hyped up for those 2 games. If he upgrades, I'll keep him, and then I'll sell him once he upgrades. If he doesn't, I might just sell him, you know, mid-game or something, or like right before the game, depending on how much my profit margin is and if I can assure these 2 next players. But yeah, so those are the 2 investment tips I'm trying to give you guys. Definitely, if you have a couple hours before Team of the Week, not Team of the Week, but the new SBCs come out on Friday, I think I definitely would recommend trying to pick up a couple of these players, because SBC players, because I think they're going to definitely rise up if you get a good SBC and everybody likes it. Your 83 rated, your 84 rated, 85, 86, 87, any type of fodder that's not necessarily really good, potentially from League 1, because I think the player of the month is going to definitely impact League 1 player prices. Let's say, I don't know, a Di Maria could be somewhat useful, a Verratti could be somewhat useful. Those type of players definitely go up. But yeah, that's about it, guys, honestly. Those are the tips I have for you guys. And I really think it's low risk, high reward, and honestly a no-brainer if you have a couple coins. Obviously, just downscale it if you have less coins, or upscale it if you have more coins. But yeah, like, investments aren't always about the big players. It could be also about smaller players, but in bulk. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'll keep you guys in touch with essentially all the profits or any trading that we do in the next episode. Hope you guys, you know, have insane pack luck. Good luck on Weekend League if you guys are gonna play that. You know, wish everybody the best. Everybody take care of yourselves. You know, a lot of love for you guys out there. Okay. Peace. See you in the next episode.